but manifesting your own dreams and so forth. So as we move forward, we'll all work in that regard, move in that direction, and achieve that manifest. So that's YouTube. So one of the things that I've been doing is to build my business out is to start to do these live on YouTube, and they've gotten really good results. So not only Rumble, but YouTube, other things that I do. This weekend, I'm going to do a big, share on the water machine. That's been fantastic. I get to fortunately get a little water machine early on. I know Connie and Barry are in the audience here, and they got theirs, and so a lot of us have been able to experience that. That's something that's coming within the next couple of months or so for the world, or at least for those in North America, in the United States, and then it will be shared for the world. But this is going to be monumental. And then the new compensation plan, and like I said, within our business, we're helping people grow at a phenomenal rate, expand and so forth. So it's really looking up these days. So Jen, do you have anything that you wanted to share before we jump into some of this?
Sure. Well, I talked to Connie and Barry
Okay.
today, and she'd like to share about, building up again your managers to directors and talking, bringing people in. And so she recommended, and I've added it to your newsletter we didn't connect, but personally enrolled the 20 people, we've got that added to the newsletter, and Connie would like people to use that so that we can start lining them up. And what also, Connie, what I was impressed that you talked to me about today is getting people to go back to all the inactive people. And because ask them why, what happened, because we learn from that. We grow from that. And so they're very ready and willing to help you tonight, Michael, and I'm all geared up and ready to go. And I don't know if I have anything else to add, but I do have that. I'm pulling up the personally enrolled brand partner worksheet when you were talking. I'm going to try to put it here and share it. So I can do that now, actually. I can just get it on so that everybody will know which sheet it is. I'm sure that everybody's used to it, but maybe they haven't. So I'm just gonna bring it in. I'm trying to make it bigger, but what the heck? I'll just share it and you'll know. Personally enrolled. There it is. You see this sheet here, the personally enrolled. And here it is on the right. Sorry, Michael. You must go crazy with me. Personally enrolled brand partner worksheet. It is in Michael's newsletter, and that is something that Connie would like us to start working with again. And I agree. So, Michael, you might agree to?
Yeah, definitely. Let's jump
Okay.
in.
Yeah, I'll let it go. Thanks.
Connie.
Yeah, and Michael, you can actually, even if you want to, you can always pull it up from as you're sharing. If you want to take back the share, you can pull it up in healthiswealth.biz.
That's where I got it.
If you go under the step-by-step trainings, right under Manager Maker. And remember those first 3 videos, those are the business of
Stop your share, Jen.
Yeah.
Jen, stop your share.
Oh, thank you, brother. Okay. Stop share. Okay.
Okay,
good.
go ahead, Connie.
Okay. So when you go to healthiswealth.biz and you go under step-by-step trainings, first when you're on the homepage, there's the 8-minute, let's get going. 8 minutes, and it's just going to key you and your people into the first steps, the basic steps of the business and what is on that site. And then when you go to step-by-step trainings, you're going to see getting kind of your first 3 videos. Those 3 first videos are the business. If you went no further than to do what those say, you're in business, you can make a business. You don't have to get complicated with it. And when you share that, Michael, under the Manager Maker video, you'll see a couple little tabs, and one of those tabs is the cycle of good business, what Mark talks about in the video, and which might be kind of fun for you to print out, maybe put it by your work desk so it reminds you of what you're doing, right? You're creating curiosity. Maybe they're ready to enroll. Great, enroll them. Maybe they're not. So we move over to sharing another video. Maybe we invite them to doc talk. It just walks you through the cycle of business. And that is pretty much all we do is repeat, repeat, repeat. So maybe we'll give you guys a visual here as we talk about it. So right there under Manager Makers on the top right, you're going to see the cycle of business. And that cycle of business just shows us this is exactly what we do over and over and over again. Initiate conversations, share a video from the InTouch app. Maybe they're ready to get going right then. Enroll them and equip them and repeat. Maybe they're not. You might invite them to Doc Talk, to Michael's Monday. To the Miracle Monday, so that they can hear some stories, get a little more information for themselves. Maybe they need another video sent from you too, something on David, or a three-way call with your sponsor, and then you can always enroll them and equip them. So it's just simple. If this is all you kept it to, that's the business. So if we go back, Michael, to the previous that you were just on. And we click, do you see underneath, there's a little box that says staying active. You don't need to go there now, but know that when you're getting started, you need to know how to stay active. So we put it there. But the 2020 binary worksheet is right there. It's the top one. And when you open that up, we'll just talk a little bit about this piece, the top one. Oh, not that one. We're going to go back to I think it says binary brand partner worksheet.
I got lost because I kept looking for 2022, Michael, but it's binary.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry about that. Personally enrolled brand partner worksheet. So we're talking, the left side, the right side, and these are all personally sponsored. Okay, so what you're doing is you want to attempt, if you're really building a business, you want to create something really magical. I can tell you, number one, fast is fun, slow is painful. If you can go, the faster you can go to get those 20 people engaged and enrolled on, left and right, the more fun you're going to have. Because what's going to happen is you're putting people left and right, left and right, left and right, just back and forth, back and forth. What's going to start to happen is the people are going to show up. The ones out of this 20 on each side, you should have 4 to 6 that decide they want to build. That's fairly common if they've been introduced to the opportunity and the fact that there even is an opportunity. If you have never, ever told somebody there's an opportunity and you're simply talking about the product, you're less likely to have somebody raise their hand because they don't even know there's an opportunity. So if you're presenting the business and the opportunity and you're letting them decide what makes sense for them, note with the business, there's always going to be the product. They go hand in hand. But for some people, the product is going to be all they want to utilize, and they're not going to be interested in the business, and that's okay. They can still be one of your 20s, but they're not going to be one of your people that wants to build and share. So the faster you get to this, and if you're somebody who's a great recruiter and you get 20 on each side, start another sheet. Because what happened is out of all the people that we enrolled, when it really came down to it and I started looking at the numbers of who was really active, the numbers reflect this. And I think most of your top builders will tell you that, is that by the time all of it flushed out, they ended up with about 20 on each side. And for us, maybe 20 customers, right? Very balanced business. And then out of that, you look at it and you go, oh, I have maybe 8 people on each side that are building, but out of those 8, only 4 are serious on each side, right? So the numbers really do reflect this. So what I would make a suggestion, if people would like to, is to go back, print out this sheet, go back through your back office. And there's a couple ways you can go back. First, what I did is everybody that's active. They're active, they're ordering product, they're in. And I put those people in on my sheet. And another one, you could go back through, or if your organization isn't that big, you could put everybody you've ever enrolled and then maybe star who's active. Maybe put a big check mark. Maybe we check mark who's active when we star who wants to build. Start looking at what's in your organization. And maybe there's people on there, to Jen's point, that have gone inactive. And maybe those people are a phone call. I had a brand partner, Valerie, the other day that I really thought on our training said something really great. She said she has started to go back to people that she enrolled maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, but they just never stuck. And she said, look, I was new then and not sure, I really didn't know what I was doing. But this is so much bigger than I ever dreamed. Please don't miss it because of me. Let's, are you in a different place? What's going on with you? And find out, because maybe this is a different time in their life. We're taking a look again might make a difference. I know I did that with one of a gal that I really liked that I brought in. She started to build, life got in the way, and I reached back out to her again. Come take a look. Your life's different now. Maybe this is the right timing for you. She always liked the product. She just never stuck with the business. So what would you add?
Just looking at the worksheet, for me, I go further. Take those 4 on each side that come out of, 4 out of 20 and 4 out of 20 on the right, 4 out of 20 on the left. Take that down one. Now you have 8 people building. And if each one of those 8 does the sheet the way you did it, and they each get 4, you see the multiplication and you see how fast all of a sudden your business grows. You go from 4 builders and very short time, you're up to 20, 32, and it keeps multiplying like that. This is a very simple business with a lot of information, but keeping it simple is the way you can keep moving forward.
I got it. Finally, I found it. I've had it.
All right, fantastic. Anything else on that? The brand partners, Lynn, you got a question?
I just had a comment to reinforce what Connie was saying. So when I started focusing with intention, when I was helping people with their health, whether it was mental or physical, I quickly realized a lot of people are in financial trouble too. And so I make it a regular part of every conversation to see if I can help people that way. And I have found approximately 80% of the people say yes. And so I use that sheet, that 2020 binary worksheet, and I, manually write my brand partners in, and I'll put a star by who told me they really need some income, whether it's a little or a lot. And then I start the training, and I worked with Connie early on because as soon as I focused on helping people this way, I think like Connie, that I had like 10 people or something I needed help with like that.
Yeah, it just took off.
And so Connie jumped on, thank you so much, and came on every call with me because I was new and didn't know how to help with this part. And so Connie met me every time with each person. I think we knocked it out in like a week and got them started on those 4 videos. It's so simple. It takes an hour to do those 4. And then they come up with questions. And if I can't answer them, I reach up to Jen and Connie and we all get it worked out. So then I start that sheet with the 2020 binary worksheet. And I'll put stars by everyone who said that they need some income, and then just start working with them. And then when people start building and want to, and of course that's up to them. People who really want to do this then because they need the income or they're enjoying what they're doing, all kinds of reasons. But then I'll highlight that so that way I can track where everyone is. And then I'll also start writing in the 4 that they need to be a manager to help get them moving up. So these tools we have are astounding. And one final point, the more I talk on podcasts, I'm having people reach out and say, no one has the support on my team. I signed up under someone else and there's no training, there's no support. And I'm not sure if we all realize that the training we have on our team is off the charts phenomenal. And people need to be aware of that when they're making a decision who to sign up for with LifeWave, because I don't think there's any team remotely as good as ours with training and support, whether it's this training in our websites or Jen and Roxanne and Connie and people in our upline. It's amazing. What we have here is an amazing opportunity on so many levels to help so many people.
Fabulous. Very good. And Roxanne, you've been doing this training for, I think last night you said a year, every Thursday, right?
Yes.
Tell us some of the stuff you've noticed.
So I think most of us on the call, it's a smaller call, and it feels more like community, like family. And but the same people, and I do invite new people, but majority of the same people show up, and every time I go through the video, and then we have an open not the video, but when I go through the steps, I feel like I get more and more compliments after each open discussion that we have at the end of what I go through, because I'm kind of in this regimented, way of going through the steps, and one of the very first steps is to text health is wealth to the phone number that's listed on the very first page, so that people can be alerted to the different Zoom meetings, like Doc Talk on Sunday nights. And then, I tell everybody, don't forget Miracle Monday, Michael's Miracle Monday. And then the business call on Monday evening after Michael's Miracle Monday. So I think just the more repetitive we are, the more it sticks,
Yeah, definitely.
so.
Rox-
But yes, yes, ma'am.
Well, Roxanne, you just showed what this business is. It is just doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And as your skills build, so you kind of jumped in, everybody, some of the other leaders on here jumped into your call, and you're just, it's progress, not perfection. Right? You're just constantly working better and better and better. And the thing I would encourage is all those people that are coming to your call on a regular basis, who are you guys bringing? Who are you guys bringing? Because therein lies the magic. You're showing up, but are you grabbing and bringing a brand partner with you? Are you bringing somebody who's curious about learning more with you? This is a business of come with me. Come with me, let's do this together. And so that would be my encouragement on Roxanne's is if you guys are going, show up and bring your brand partners with you. Roxanne, we got a call the other day from a Crossline brand partner somewhere else on our team who said, hey, I'm at a conference and I ran into these two women and they're somewhere on under Michael and they don't know anything. They don't know any training. They don't do anything. And she said she offered to help walk them through. And I said, well, that's very kind of you. I said, however, we have that support. And we got their names over to Jennifer and Roxanne, and Roxanne reached out. The support is there. You just have to, people just have to reach up and grab for it.
Yeah, very good.
Reaching out and then also making that connection, and keeping that flowing. Because a lot of times when we reach out, I shouldn't say a lot of times, some of the time when we reach out to people who want more information, sorry for the dogs in the background, who want more information, it's crickets from the other end. You call, you text, you send an email, and nothing. I'm like, Jen, what am I doing wrong? So
you might want to mute the dogs. That's one thing, but we talk about, just put it mute for a minute while they talk. Okay. But Roxanne and I talk about this a lot, and we want to share that with everybody that we do get crickets sometimes, and it's frustrating. And Roxanne hits it, and I know I hear from all of Michael's people that are trying to find people. They didn't return my call, and Connie, I think you've talked about it. I know Michael has. Don't take it personally. It's like 100 and you get 2 or 10. That's awesome, So you just don't take it personally. Yeah.
Yeah, you just somebody drops off, you should be replacing them with 2 more or 5 more. That's just the way the business is. You don't just moan and cry that you've lost somebody. You're constantly expanding. You think Apple cares that if you don't buy your Apple phone this year, they're going to go out of business? No, they just keep selling, keep selling, keep selling. It just keep expanding. So that should be your intention, and that's what that, your right and left leg, you just keep adding people to that. Some are going to fall off, some will stay. I think I had average like 50 or 60 people every month or more, depending on the month. But you know, I have people dropping off too. That doesn't stop me from adding more people, right? So you just keep adding people. People will come back, like Connie was talking about. Reach out to people over time and see what it is. Maybe you know, certain circumstances happen where they had to drop off, and now they're in a position, and you call it right at the right time. Who knows? So there's been people watching. They come in and they talk on Miracle Monday. It says, I've been watching this for a year, and now I'm going to make a commitment. And then, you know, a couple months later, they're talking about their miracles. So it is it's pretty impressive, you know, the constant, you know, movement. It's like a sea, you know, you're like in the waves. It's like you're moving with the waves. Now, as far as like what's new, what's coming, we have quite a few things that I want to bring to everybody's attention. If you haven't been, you know, getting emails or alerts, or you haven't heard us talk about some of this stuff, what's new, go over here in the Live Younger Success side, and it's going to bring up, you know, all the different things that are coming online, like the some point it's going to come up. So at some point, there it is. So the global conference, of course, the global conference is one of those things that, you know, every year we have one of these things. Are you prepared for it? Do you go to each one of these? You should be going to each one of these, should be, you know, trying to get as many people as you can to these. These are definitely a motivator for yourself, and it's a motivator for people maybe that are on the fringe. It's a motivator for people that are just starting their businesses. I usually, you know, have a big dinner for everybody. Jen sets it up, and you know, those have been growing over the years. This time, we're probably going to have a ton of people. I don't know. We're going to have a big room, I think. But you know, it's fun to get people together to do this. Now, share the light. If you're not sharing the light, you should be. Let me stop the share. Make sure I have shared the sound. Now that I'm thinking about it, yes, I haven't been. So I don't do that many Zoom calls anymore. So I have to make sure I do the right thing. All right. So share the light. Let's look at this. All right, so that's one of the biggest things that LifeWave does throughout the year. Of course, releasing great products like the water machine is also a great one. That's fantastic. Now the events, the hotel information is all in that, and then you have the promotions that are happening right now. This is still going on until the 24th, so you still have a couple days. Get a free energy enhancer. Up to $79 value when you buy LifeWave's YH system.
So that's in Europe only.
That's just in Europe?
Yeah, EMEA.
Yeah, I tried to get it this week, Michael. I was all excited. It's Europe. Dang it.
Dang it. All right, so disregard
For
that
our
one.
Europe friends that are on here.
That's true. Yeah.
Get it.
So there you go, Europe. And we do have some Europe friends. Sign 3 or more PC Plus this month and receive $50. Build managers from 4th to 31st. You get a $100 bonus. And or personally sponsor or a new manager receive $50 bonus. So there's different ways that you can, you know, accelerate this. Of course, this is the new trip. Everyone should be dreaming this. This is one of the things we talked about in our group the other day. So Bahamas Cruise Tracker, August 4th through the October 19th. As you can see here, that they're talking about the different ways you can get the points. The points, $80 or 80 points gets you a Bahamas trip for $190. You get airfare and the trip. And then 125, just another 35 more, and you get the trip and airfare for $2. So very good. So every time you're sponsoring someone new, whether it's retail preferred or preferred plus customers with 99.95 plus, you're getting a point added to that. So if you're doing a lot of people, then that's great. So you're probably going to make that. Personally sponsor a brand partner with a core, advanced, or premium pack, you're going to get 2 points. Personally sponsor brand partners upgrade. So this is one of the things that we're really trying to help people see, the upgrade, and then just from the beginning, the premium pack. The premium pack is going to save you like hundreds of dollars, $400 to $500 when you take into account the shipping and handling for if you go core, then advanced, and then premium, or if you just keep buying, certain packs every month. Best way to go is these packs because they're going to save you a lot of money. So if you do that, you get 2 points and then 3 points for brand partners upgrade. Oh, let's talk about that. So 4 personally sponsored brand partners rank advanced period. So you have somebody that you personally sponsor and they rank up. So I would love all of you guys to go to SPD because that would make it really easy. But and you would also make it easy for yourself because if you're going to that rank, you're going to get a lot of points. So look at all the points every time you personally rank up. So that's amazing. So that's another motivation for you to really get on and personally rank up because you'll add a lot of points, a very significant amount of points as you rank up. So if you already have like Len, you already have a lot of personal customers, you rank up, you're going to make a lot of points. And that's good for everybody out there as you rank up. If you have already a lot of people in your group and you're making a lot of points, you're probably going to advance very quickly and start to ratchet this up. And that fortunately is what happened with me. I had a lot of people that had brought into the business on the retail preferred and brand and all that stuff. So when I finally got my 2 directors on each side, then I exploded upwards very quickly. So that can happen for a lot of you guys. So look to do that this period would be great. And then of course your own personal rank advanced period. Every week you're going to earn points depending on what level you're at. So that adds up. So it really should be easy day for a lot of you guys that are, have been building businesses to really make this trip. This trip is made for a lot of people. So I hope we see a lot of you guys on that ship, and I'd like to have our group just fill it up. What do you think, Connie?
I think that what, all the trips are is rewarding you for the right behavior. If you do the 2020, if you do become a manager, make managers, this is just a natural progression of those things. So look at it, do your numbers. I heard Patty Nuzzo the other day talking about how when I had Patty and I think Terry at one of the trips and Fred, I made a couple of calls saying, hey, you guys are close. You only need this many more to do it. So don't think I can't do this. Get in there, look at it, keep your little tracker. We've got one too, and pay attention to what you're to how this is adding up, and make the decision. Go do the activities. If you don't have you really want to take it to the next level, you should be taking up how many people am I talking to a day? And if you're talking, take it up to 5, take it up to 10, however many people you want to reach out, connect with, follow up with, and do, that can help you do this much, much quicker when you're looking at a time frame like an incentive trip to do things quickly. Everything is momentum in this business. every single thing, stop. It's like, you got the flywheel going and everything's going good. And then if you slow it down, it's harder to get it going again. So keep the momentum is a big deal.
Absolutely. And, I try and set the example the best I can, but you guys have to really get involved and just look at it. It seems so simple for a manager. 2 personally sponsored brand partners with a minimum lifetime PV of 180 on each leg. Super simple. All right. On each leg, just 2. And you're a manager. Boom. You should have, like we were talking about on those legs, you should have 10, 20 on each one of those legs. That's going to make you a manager, and that's going to make you a director very quickly. If you're, getting those legs, if that's all you do, you just focus on that. Like Connie says, just keep it simple, just keep working that, keep building those legs out. You're going to make director. And if you've built out your business, once you make director, and you get 3 personally sponsored active BPs on each side. So you go from 2, you got to add 1 more, and then you get a manager on each side. You've made yourself a manager, and you teach others how to be a manager. So once you do that, then you hit director. Once you hit director, then you teach somebody how to be a director, and you get 2 directors on each side, and then the sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. I can tell you from experience. And Connie helped me incredibly with this. Jen helped me. Eventually Roxanne came in, helped me. So, get people that are going to, help you. If you're building a massive business, like I have, so, but it's not as massive as a lot of other people, because one of my weaknesses is not building directors and above. All right. So that is where I've been focused. I've been focused there for a little bit, but I feel like I'm going to, get over that hump here pretty soon. I just consistent. That's who I am. I'm a machine. I just keep doing it. Eventually it's going to pop. And when it pops, it's going to just go to the moon. All right. So that's one of the beauties of this business. Like I said, I've never seen potential of a business ever in my life, like LifeWave, and I'm sticking with it. So we did a really good video. You guys, this is available to you. Where is that? Yeah. Is it right here? Yeah. So the basis of getting started with, nope, that's not it. Here it is. All right. Keys to international success with Michael Jaco, SPD, and Dr. Velvete. So let's jump into a little bit of this. We got a whole half hour, but we won't spend that much time on it. But I want you guys to get a little piece of this. And like I said, it says live younger success. You just go over into what's new, and you go to the bottom of the page, right? And there it is, right? I must have passed it. There it is. All right.
Michael, I'll put it into the Team Telegram group today as well, so people can access it there too.
Sweet.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday morning business chat. We get together on Thursday mornings for 30 minutes for a business training and followed up with business Q&A. Today we have a really special opportunity to be with actually 3 of our brand partners. The third one's a surprise for you guys, and she's sitting next to me. She's a friend of, over 45 years, I think, way longer than I've known Gregory. So we're going to add to the wonderful opportunity we have. So many times these calls are, we ask our directors what to do on the business chat, and we had such a powerful call yesterday that we wanted to share what we were talking about the power of intention and the law of attraction. We have 2 very special guests. Dr. Velvete is a metaphysician, and she helps people with breakthrough success. People call her a human bug zapper. I love that. Maybe she can tell us about that. She's an author, she's an educator, she's a business leader, and we are thrilled and honored to have her on our team. And she invited Michael Jaco to join us. And many of you know Michael Jaco. He was on our call yesterday. And Michael comes to us. He's an SPD. He's got 24 years as a Navy SEAL. He trained SEAL Team 6. He was in SEAL Team 6 and became a trainer. So that's kind of the elite of the elite of the elite. And then he spent 11 years working with the CIA. And now he has a powerful podcast. And he has been the #1 acquirer of customers worldwide for the last 2 years. And this year, his goal is the #1 brand partner acquirer. So we're holding that vision with you. So I'm going to turn things over. And then when they're finished, I have a special treat for you to follow up their message with an amazing story. So I will turn things over to you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Velvete, for making that initiation yesterday.
So that's the beauty of, this group. We just got together in a director's call. We were like just chatting, and it's like, I was thinking to myself, wow, we could make this into something big. And then Dr. Velvete was like, yeah, let's do this. And then we created this video that's available to everybody. The secret laws of success. Now, I watched The Secret probably more than a dozen times. I followed a lot of the people that are on there. Jen as well. Jen has met some of the people on The Secret. It's pretty amazing because Jen seems to know everybody. So, but it's a powerful video. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. You can watch it. It's for free. There's several places where you can watch it. It's kind of like an intro to these higher levels of consciousness. So we went deep with it. So I went a little bit deeper with the secret information. Of course, that is available to everybody. Everybody can reach these levels of consciousness. And I think that having that, and a lot of people in our group have that, is a key to extraordinary success.
That was wonderful. Okay, over to you guys.
All right, awesome. And thank you for the wonderful and kind words that you spoke of both me and Jaco. And we're delighted to be here with you this morning. So many of you may be wondering, what are we going to do today? So today we're going to give you the ability to unlock the magic that you think, and we're going to create. So many times when we think about intentions, we think about this as being magic, but it's not magic at all. So when we focus on these 7 keys, they're going to build into a system of intentional success. So why me and Michael Jaco today? Well, we're bringing together a balance of energy. Michael's bringing in that warrior spirit, that actionable energy that's going to just move everybody into action and to greater possibilities. And I, as an intuitive, am going to bring in the alignment, allow you guys to be able to see all of this as it's put together. So by the time we're finished with this, you're going to see just exactly why this isn't magic, it's mastery. We're going to give you some mastery. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And Michael, while I'm doing that, if you have some words to share.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite subjects. When we had Robin and Gregory, talk about this yesterday, it was interesting because I was like, they manifested me into this meeting because I'm very busy, and I just happened to be on my way to the gym, and I was like, I'm going to check my email real quick. So I went in and checked my email, and I've been wanting to come to these meetings. So I clicked on it, and I was like, I'll just show up and see what's going on. And then they started talking about The Secret, and I was like, I love that. That's amazing. And then Gregory's talking about how, he was inspired in the shower, like a lot of us are. And I thought that's funny. So Gregory was in the shower, like manifesting me to come to this meeting. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then we have Robin show up, and she's got, Stay in the Love Vibration shirt on. I was like, God, these guys are amazing. We're so tapped in. So that's some of the stuff that you'll start to see once you tap into this. So you start to have these synchronicities that will happen in your life, and those are keys that you're on the right track.
I love that.
All right, so that's a little taste of that great video. Like we said, that's out there for all of you to see if you haven't seen it yet. I know that we have a very large audience that's going to watch this. Thousands of people will watch this, but I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can go down and click on that. Of course, all of you guys that haven't seen it, you have it in Telegram, like Connie was talking about. We'll put it in the Telegram for the mastermind group. So it'll be everywhere that you guys can find it. Like I said, it is in Live Younger. You can go over there and look at, what's new and scroll down and find it in there as well. So plenty of places to tap into that. Lydia.
Yeah, I just want to kind of expound on what you were talking about in this whole video. On the meeting Wednesday, when you talked about it, I jumped on that training, that The Secret, Wednesday night, and it really was eye-opening. And, it just really resonated with me. And then I was fortunate enough to be able to have time to jump on the call yesterday morning to listen to you and Dr. Velvete and Robin's friend. And again, just absolutely profound training. So I intend to re-listen not only to The Secret, but also to the training from yesterday again, and really consciously have decided I am going to implement these different ways of moving forward. So thank you for that training and for the suggestion of The Secret. And it was just really, it really, pardon me, it really resonated. So thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. And you said the right words, I am, instead of I want. So I am is very, very powerful as a basically internal words. Words have power. So when you use the right words, they resonate and they start to attract what it is you're desiring to manifest into your life. So the intention is very, very strong. So we went over that, like I said, in very great detail. So I can tell you that, on a certain level, your intention is only, as great as the energy you put into it. So if you have an intention, it's kind of like just randomly out there and you kind of like look at it or focus on it occasionally, it's not going to have as much impact. You're not going to get those, you're not going to build those names on those legs. Not going to happen, right? So you have to come in with a very strong emotion, a positive emotion. And I talk about how a lot of people say, well, I didn't want to manifest not doing this, but what did you most focus on? Did you focus on building the names, or did you focus on how you were having difficulty, how you couldn't do it? Or that's where most people get stuck, unfortunately. So we can give you the keys to success, but you and your mind and your actions have to manifest this through you, right? I see people that come in sometimes on some of the shows that I do, and they're like, maybe I shouldn't go. Well, I'm going to go this way. They say, Jesus is going to take care of everything. I'm like, like Jesus helps those who help themselves. So God helps those who help themselves. And it's the same thing with manifesting. If you want to manifest something, you can ask for help. You can ask for help through anyone in our team, or you can, pray for help, and, prayers are answered quite often. So if you're not actually doing something, there's no energy, there's no action. If there's no action, you're just going to sit there and nothing is going to happen. So you have to do action with all of this stuff. And I see Connie's getting that Connie. It's like, come on, let me talk, Mike. All right, go ahead, Connie.
You made me think of the story, and some of you have probably heard this. But there was a big flood. Somebody was up on their roof, and they had no way to get off, and they needed to be rescued. And they kept saying, "Please, God, please rescue me." And somebody came along, and they came along with a boat, and they said, "Come on and get in." They said, "No, no, no, I'm waiting. God will rescue me. Don't worry about it." And it kept going. And then the next thing came around, and somebody came along, and they brought a helicopter. "Come on, get on, climb up. You can get that." "No, no, no. God will save me. I don't need need your help. It's okay. I got it. And this went on until finally they demised. And at their demise, and when they met God, he said, I prayed for it. I asked for you to help me. And he said, look, I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter. Like, what else did you want? So sometimes we're praying for it. We're asking for it. We're doing all those things, but we got to look at what's been given to us, handed to us, and we need to take that next step. So it just made me giggle.
That's I love using that as an example as well. And you know, some people are stuck there. You know, they're trained, they're programmed, and so forth. They don't understand that they have to take their program, that all you have to do is pray and it's going to come to you. And no, I remember being like that as well at one point. So I used to go to church and I'd pray. It's like nothing happened. And then I was like, I got all frustrated. And then it came to me when I just gave up and said, and then it just like popped into my lap, because that exercise, and like we talked about, like Lydia said, I am going to manifest this, or I am going to do this. That means you're going to take action. I am going to do this. So you have to have the right word. So if you're like, please, please, please make it happen, you're not, it's like you're in a box and nothing's happening. So you have to take action. So yes, you can believe in God, you can believe in Jesus, you can believe in Buddha, you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. There's a lot of great religions out there, but most of those religious leaders will tell you that if you know, you have to have action, and it's said over and over again. I remember one of the quotes from Jesus, like, "These things that I do, you will do, and even greater." That sounds like you're going to be taking action. That's going to be amazing in the future. So take that on board. You know, take action. God does not want, and Jesus, or whatever your religious leaning is, or if you're not, even if you're atheist, you're not going to achieve unless you move and you think the right things and you have the right people surrounding you and so forth. So this is not a airy fairy thing. This is science, and there's an art to this as well. The art part of this is your right brain, the way you're creative. Now you hear Connie come on all the time, you hear me come on all the time, and I don't have a script here. I'm just, I let this stuff roll. I'm very creative, you know. That creativity will lead you to success. And there will be signs along the way, synchronicities, like I talked about in the early part of that video. So all of us can manifest amazing, but you have to dream amazing, and you have to believe amazing. And if you don't have either one of those, and if you don't have the motion and the action to go with that, like, I would love to have that. That's a pretty powerful one, right? Or like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Cool to have that. No, that's going to be magnificent to have, be on that cruise and hanging out with everybody and going to all those events and so forth and eating all that great food. You're gonna have to lose 20 pounds before you go on the cruise, guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna add 20 pounds, and you're gonna have to, like, you know, or probably 30 pounds, and you're gonna have to lose 10 when you come off. So it's such great food. So you have to, like, start to visualize yourself sitting around everybody, talking, chatting, talking about your great day that you had, whatever you did, where you went on adventures, you know, because ship ever comes in a port, there's adventures, lots of adventures. You get to choose. So now you want to get on that cruise early so that you can get on those adventures early, because people are going to, like, sign up for those, and they're going to, like, you're not going to have the ability to go on some of those. So get on this, you know, dream it, dream big, achieve. Right. Jen, did you have your hand? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I have a question from Maggie Johnson that I think Connie can answer for us, because I get mixed up sometimes. If I purchase a maintenance pack, the number one, for 6 months, does that mean for 6 months I don't have to keep my current monthly subscription for 6 months? Then I must buy another maintenance pack to keep my status? Question mark.
Correct. So it depends. You need to look at the maintenance kits. They're under your store in your back office, and you
The
need
number one.
and
The
you
number
need
one.
to you need to look very carefully at what the business volume is, or BV, because some have a BV of 55 that will only keep you active before you're a manager. One has a BV of 77 that will not keep you active as a manager either. And then a couple of them have a BV of 110. You need the minimum BV of 110 for manager and above, and it will keep you active for it's called a trickle cycle for 6 months. If it's a 6-month kit, some of them are 3-month kits, but it will not automatically renew. So you need to put in your phone when you're when the time comes, couple of weeks before, to go in and know I've got to go in and make another purchase of a maintenance kit, because you don't want your volume to flush because you didn't keep a consistent maintenance kit order.
Very good. Very good response. Thank you. Art.
Yes, a recommendation on this subject. Even though you're getting the maintenance kits, I would recommend you still set your auto ship up for the date, the month that your automatic PV expires. So if something happens and you forget, your auto ship is already set up for 6 months down the road, and you're not going to wash out and lose your points.
Art, you're so smart.
He is. And, I learned that the hard way when I started out. I got the Diamond Pack, which is the, what was it out? Not advanced, but the premium. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that, came in, got that. I was like, I want to try everything. So you get 3 months basically where you're covered. And I remember getting a notice. You need to set up your auto ship, because I was starting to get in my back office and start to work things and getting familiar with everything. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't do that. So yeah, I agree with Art. Why not do it right away? If you end up with extra patches, no big deal. I mean, I can go, I have this one container that has so many patches, it'll last me for 3 years. But I use those for lots of people. I go to events and share those patches and so forth. And every time there's a special, I'm getting them, because it's like, God, why wouldn't I? So there's definitely good cause to get that started right away. Get on it. Even you get in the premium pack, maybe a month or two down the road, you want to start your subscription, start getting stuff coming in. All right. Anything else?
Would you mind if we talk just a minute about our next big team event?
Yeah, great.
If you go into healthiswealth.biz, you go into the event section, you're going to see the information for the event in Portland, Maine on September 6th. We are going to have Michael and Tracy Joe Jaco there. We will have Jennifer Allen there. We will have Dr. Pam there. Anne Moreau will be there. Dr. Annabelle is coming. Trying to think of all the others. Barry and I will be there. And it'll be a super great event. If you go in there and look, if you have anybody in the area, please send them. We'll take care of them. If you can get there, we would love to have you there. And when you're looking at that event, you'll see that the QR to get that ticket, if you are a brand partner, you're going to pay $60 plus the fee, and that will get you the full day event as well as lunch. There is a ticket that's free, that on there you can go when you go to the Eventbrite stuff. There's a free for a guest that does not include lunch. And then I believe there's one that you can get a guest with lunch as well, that isn't as much as the brand partners, but is that. So all kinds of options. If by chance you want to stay for the dinner, that is a completely separate ticket of $60 per person for the dinner. You don't have to, it's an option. But for this event, if you haven't got your tickets, please go in and get your tickets. We're get kind of planning stuff out. We were on with Anne today, planning how the morning's going to look, the afternoon, and really talking mostly about just really getting together and having a good time. So I just wanted to remind people to go in and get that ticket for that event.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for bringing that up. So that's going to be magnificent. We planned this for a while, so it's nice that we're going to have a lot of people there. Hopefully some of you guys that are in that area are going to come. I know we have several people that are going to be coming, and we'd like to see more. So, and you know, the dinner is going to be great. The lunch, of course, will be, you know, it's included, so it's fun. But these events are really massive events for, like, you know, motivating people, and it's like a little mini conference, you know. It's these are fantastic. I've seen a lot of people join, a lot of people expand their businesses when they go to these events. So you want to, if you're close to these events, definitely attend. All right. Thanks, Connie. Anybody else? All right. Thanks a lot. You guys were amazing. Great stuff. We shared a lot. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. We'll see you guys next time. Good night.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Michael.
everyone.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you,
Guys.
and good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.
Good
Have a great
night.
weekend.
Thank you, everyone.
Please.
Bye.